Look here. All we're going to do is we're just going to make this flat. Like what you're doing here. It's like we're just going to make it flat like this. And I'm not going to dig down another foot over here. We're filling in with rocks over here. We're going to fill the rocks in there. We're going to top it off with dirt, and then we're going to cap it with some rock art. You're into doing some rock art, huh?
I guess.
Well, I figure it's better than... I figure it's better than than going through a pile 4 foot wide and 2 foot tall. We can just level the peak off and make some rock art around it. We're gonna make the edge of the rocks lay right here, even with this tree, and this is just gonna be a feather off with the land. See, our capped rock is gonna go from here over that edge of that hole. All right, that'll keep us from having to shovel so much dirt. I did put about a foot of dirt down there before I started throwing in the rocks, and they had cotton down there too to insulate it. Somebody had put some cotton down there. Let's just put some cotton over the hole, Paul. It'll be all right. Yeah, this thing's been I need to put some dirt in that first. This thing's been here, sitting here for I think about a year with it uncovered. All right, son, let's take the peak off of this, man. Look, see, it's not going to be that hard, bro. We're not putting the whole pile in here. We're gonna work with the contour of the ground and make some art out of it. And yeah, we're gonna have to get a weed eater. If we're gonna be having some rocks, we got to keep the rocks clean looking. If you'll take this shovel, let me show you something. I want to show you something. You take the shovel and you put it in at an angle, and then you push on it. It's a little bit easier to get your start with the dirt. That way you ain't trying to shove that flat end into the ground. You're shoving it into the ground at an angle, look. And then you got your start. See, now it's soft. It's not that hard, I guess, seeing as how it's already been whittled through, and the rocks they threw on that side and the dirt they threw on this side. I used to have a job doing this, son. Can you imagine doing this stuff 8 hours a day? Getting calluses on your hands.
What good money?
At the time, I think I was making $27 a day. All day long. No. Yep, I went and found something else to do quickly. I think I started working at Coca-Cola.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I worked for Coca-Cola for about 3 or 4 months, and then
what got you fired?
What got me fired? I was taking too many, you're not gonna believe it. I was taking too many Coke breaks. I was drinking too much Coke in the break room. I only must have been like, I think 18. I was just about as old as you are. And I liked working there, I really did. And that got me in trouble, and then I didn't show up. It was the temporary labor service I was working for first. And I missed a day like I wasn't supposed to in 2 days in a row. And they bumped my ticket, and when they bump your ticket, that means they take you off of the job that you were doing and give it to somebody else. And that was a major mistake on my behalf. Anyway, we're gonna cut the camera back on when it gets closer to being done. We're fixing to go down there and get some more bricks, put them in the hole. Dirt, rocks, then dirt again, and then rocks on top that look nice. I don't know what kind of tree this is. I want to cut it down, but you know, I need to find out what it is first. I got these little things right here on it. Somebody's been telling me all the things I've been having in my backyard. Well, now here's another one. What's this? You can tell me what that is. I don't know what this is. What do you think, Toobus? Glad it started raining, huh? Started cooling us off. Yeah. Well, there it is. Ain't nothing special about it. Just randomly throwing rocks in a trail. That's all I wanted, man. Put some fill dirt in it. Laid some rocks. Believe it or not, all these rocks are in the front yard already. They're covered up with grass. And if you're gonna do rock art, you gotta kill the grass around it. You gotta put down Weed Be Gone or the black tarp on top of the soil so the roots and crap don't go through it, or you know, total vegetation or whatever you want to call it to keep the grass from growing. Rock salt. I've seen people use rock salt. Oh, Pappy used to use diesel. Ain't nothing gonna grow up some diesel. Old Pappy said, you just put some diesel down there and that'll get the job done. And we used to pour oil around the fence line, but we don't do that these days. They found out it's killing the world, you know. Can't pour oil around your fence, but we can put concrete, black top driveways all over the earth, but no oil around the fence lines. Only if the professionals put the oil in the asphalt and then put it on there. Then that's okay. But no, we can't do that. We don't got the brains to do it or something. I could never get that. Well, at least it's done, and now I can call the city. I wanted to replace the damn water line, but they told me that, well, if you replace the water line, you're going to have to pull a permit. It's okay to find a leak and then fill it back up. Well, I'm tired. Come on, Toothless. Let's go in the house. Come on. Come on. Leave them cats alone. Oh, man. Come on. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. It looks pretty decent, I guess. For something that's just thrown in there at random, you know. When I build a pond, it seemed like I had to put a rock there. No, I didn't like it there. I'm like a wife when she moves furniture in a house. You move the rocks around until it looks good. Well, I didn't want to move the rocks around. I just want to throw them down there in a random pattern. I just can't believe all the rocks that are in this, you know. I mean, they started out good, but then, you know, they poured concrete in here and then threw the rocks in between it. Big spots of concrete. Not just little cracks of concrete. Big, I think they had more concrete here than they did rocks. They just put massive amounts of, big old circle of concrete out here, probably sackcrete, and just threw rocks in the middle of it. But they didn't bother emphasizing. They didn't bother emphasizing the rocks. You know, make little lines of mortar or quick, you know, sackcrete or something. Do little lines. Instead, they did it backwards. They put the concrete and then put little blocks and little bricks in there. And it really didn't make any sense the way they had it. These are just, I don't know, man. It's just, nothing matches, you know? The way they had it, nothing matches. It must have been some guy that had a job. They had a job working on, you know, with rocks or something. I gotta pull that one up. That's a pretty one. It's all over the place. This is something that you would build a wall out of. This is the kind of rocks that you stack, you know, like so. See, that's rocks that you build up for a pond, and then you fill the dirt inside, and then you cap the edges of your pond with wide flat rocks so it covers up your pond liner edges. I can't wait to show you what I know about ponds and the experience that I got. This looks nice. They're close fit, you know. They did good on this. They have little cracks of sackcrete. I don't know, maybe at the time he ran out of rocks. Anyway, I'm gonna get in there, get in the house, get off my foot. Thank God I had my son and his friend out here. I had to coach them along. I'm the one that sat on my butt and let them hand me the rocks and situated them. While they brought me the rocks, they never would put it where I wanted it. I would always just randomly throw it somewhere else quickly. But if I really took the time, I wouldn't have no flaws in my rock. They would look like this, you know. You just got to keep, it's like a big puzzle. Anyway, I got to go. My wife's upset because there's a dog in there yipping. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later, man. Limster out.